Nothing but time, dude. I can take a nap, bro. I'm gonna hit that. And here we go. Ah! Ah! Alright. Alright. We're good. We're in. Gotta fix this. Everybody, this is the Sand and Sequoias route, part of the tour of Watopia. It's been a long time since I've done this route, and it's looking kind of like a book. It starts the way it ends, actually. So it starts with a long, flat portion, intro into a rolling portion into the Titans Grove area. Then you have the most notable Titans Grove KOM, the descent, another rolling section, followed by, you guessed it, just like we started, a flat section. I think the rolling section might be a challenge, both of them. The key difference maker in all of this is going to be Titans Grove KOM, without a doubt. I have zero warm-up, as you just saw. I have zero life in the legs, and I started out with a very high cadence, so I'm doing just some big gear work right here, just trying to stay up with these guys, and I am doing it. That's the thing. Not a massive field. You know, sometimes in these Tour Watopia rides and races, you get like 400, 500 people in it. Not this one. We don't even have 100. So not even 75, actually. So to be in the top 10, top 12, pretty solid. Now, we do have a couple guys who are trying to launch an attack off the front, seeing if anything sticks. And I know it is not my job. It is not my place right now. It's not my race to cover that or or join them or anything. I am doing plenty of work just staying up with this group, and I have to be content with that. Maybe in a couple months, but even then, this is the mass start Tour Watopia, so even then, still pretty unlikely. So we're heading into the Barfell Bump, and although this looks like it'd be a pretty sizable climb, it's really not. Now, if you're not looking, if you're not paying attention, oh, dude, you'll get dropped. That's why we call it the Barfell Bump, because I'm usually playing around on my phone, and I get dropped like a rock. So I don't think you're going to win the race on these rollers. I definitely think, just like the Barfell Bump, you can lose the race on these rollers. If you're not paying attention, it's very easy to fall off the back. And I think it'd be very challenging to get back up with the group. So here we go into Titans Grove KOM. A sizable climb, pretty steady throughout. Again, it starts with a couple rollers. But I had a fantastic time going up this. I will say I've been working on nutrition. I've been really pushing protein off the bike. I've been really pushing the carbs while on the bike, and this is no exception. So forgive me, I don't recall having a gel before, but I knew I had carbs in my bottle that I'm drinking from. So especially in the first 20 minutes, I was really pushing the fluids, the carbs from my white bottle, and I let loose on Titans Grove here. Really wanted to stay with a nice, comfortable cadence. I was shooting for 85 plus, and that was the main thing I was watching for, especially with this kind of undulating terrain or the differing pitches. Because you know how when it flattens out, you lose a little bit of power. So look at that red, man. I mean, I was pushing it, finish it up with the front group, hit them with the drafting boost, and I finished with the group, which is key for me. Furthermore, I didn't lose anybody on the descent, which I'm very proud of. So that group I was with was me and 6 others, and we finished with me and 5 others. I think we only lost 1 other guy. So here we are on the descent, or the second roller section.
Loving this road. So vibrant. Makes me feel so much less dead on the inside.
Despite the absolutely terrible start I had, just with running late and kind of the little bit of mental stress I was experiencing, I'm feeling fantastic. Just mentally so good being up with this front group, with the exception of there's 2 flyers way up ahead. The nutrition's starting to pay off. The structured workout's been paying off. I've been doing some lower heart rate, zone 2 kind of stuff. It's just it's all connecting. I didn't blow up. I wasn't in a bad attitude, and I'm just starting to see some fruits of my labor here, some results. So in addition, here we are, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. I do want to say I did increase my FTP. It's only 3 watts, but you know how it is. You got to take it where you can get it. Very pleased with that. Again, the work is starting to pay off, and I'm starting to see it, and I'm so encouraged by that. I'm so motivated by that. I've been working on my sprint. And with Tour of Watopia, I never know if like everybody's gonna field sprint for it or if they just like don't care. So I want to compete with people, and so I lined it up. I'm gonna let this one play out because it was pretty exciting, and then I'll come back with some final thoughts.
Me all day, baby. Let's go. All right, big wins. Let's list them. 1, staying as far forward as I did. Huge win. A pretty flat course, but I've been dropped on that Barfell bump a time or two, hence why it's called the Barfell bump. Going into Titans Grove out of the desert. Those rollers before and after Titans Grove, in my opinion, you can't win a race on those, but you can lose a race. In this case, I did not lose the race on those, so we'll call that a win. Titans Grove itself, I stayed super strong and super consistent. I did not lose places, and I kind of finished towards I was in the front of my group. So that was really exciting for me, pushing it again hard, stayed steady, stayed consistent. Furthermore, I did not lose them on the downhill because I've been pretty known to blow up at the crest and then I lose everybody on the downhill. I stayed with them, and again over the rollers as well. I did not lose my race on that. Another big win. I'm finding it a struggle to, maybe I got to calibrate or something, or I need a different cassette, but I'm pushing 85 RPM, which is like plenty comfortable for me. But I'm also in like 1, maybe 2 gears up from my like absolute sprint gear, my lowest gear. So when I go to sprint, I'm like out of gear. So but I have a big ring up front, so it must be a calibration issue. But picking up the pace going into the final sprint, and again, like, the cadence is already high. I'm already basically in my sprint gear, so I always get a little nervous on that. And then just getting into the habit and the practice of timing the sprint, knowing how close is too close, how far is too far, and then an added variable is how long does this power up last. 2 guys in front of me had the drafting van. So if I use the draft, am I just going to tow them up? Do they negate? That's the video game aspect I try to pay as little attention to as possible. And yet, the video game aspect is sometimes the deciding factor. So take it all with a grain of salt, but solid numbers in the sprint. Held it a decently long time. I did what I needed to. I saw that I had a small gap. They weren't coming. I coasted across the line. Woo! That was a good one. Oh my gosh. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Drop me a word of encouragement down below. Would love to hear some feedback. If there's some things I'm missing that I did well, by all means, again, that'd be part of the encouragement. If there's some things I need to work on, like not having my shoulders up here, I already know that. I just can't fix it somehow. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.